Okay, this is Ringwalk Media in association with Bartley Carter Racing and Redline Specialist Cars, Mr. Jack Massey. Riyadh, here we are, and a huge fight ahead tomorrow night.
Yes, here we are. Feel like I've been here a long time already, but it's been busy all go. It's been good. We've been looked after, and looking forward to tomorrow night. Now, I keep thinking it's tomorrow every day, but it's now it's finally here. Tomorrow night, fight night. Looking forward to it. You know, my demeanour's changed a little bit over the week. You know, it was all smiles and what have you at the start, but now demeanour's changing. It's game time now.
Well, listen, let's talk a little bit about the lead up to the fight because you are probably the most avoided cruiserweight in the world. You got yourself on the boxer card and took out Chamberlain when nobody thought you would, except your team, of course, and those around you. And that was the people who knew this stuff knew you were going to do it, and that kind of springboarded you into where you are now. The finally what you deserve in your career.
Yeah, definitely. It was it was just a fight we needed. You know, I knew I was more than confident in going in there. I knew I could pull it off even with short notice. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got in there. Do you know what I mean? You know, I wasn't the best Jack Massey, and I still knew I could pull it off, which I did. So yeah, it's put me in great stead for this fight. 12 rounds solid. You know, that's in the bank going into this fight. So shook off any ring rust, which I could have had. So yeah, all good.
And like you say, you took that fight on, I think 3 or 4 weeks' notice. It wasn't a long time, was it? And to go in against someone like Jaya Pataya, who is a class act, to be fair, as yourself is, of course. This takes a 10-12 week camp, and I've seen obviously on your media and stuff you've been probably training the hardest you've ever trained for this, right?
Definitely. You know, we knew about it a little bit before it obviously got announced, and we've been training for it, and we're ready for it. We're prepared for this. It's a world title fight. We know what we've got in our hands. So we train really hard for it, and obviously we've got Joe Gallagher in my corner, so he gets all his fighters 100% ready for battle.
What does that feel like when you just say in that questionnaire, yeah, it's a world title fight? Does it give you a bit of a shudder, mate?
Yeah, I have to poke myself sometimes, pinch myself, and remind myself it's crazy. It was just didn't quite sink in when it first got fully made. It was a bit like, wow. Yeah, I was laying in bed one night and it just came to me. I was like, couldn't sleep for the rest of the night. I was like, wow, I'm fighting for a world title. It's over in the Riyadh season where all the boxing's happening and all the big fights are happening. It's just it's life changing stuff and it's something you remember for a lifetime. It's amazing.
Not had a bad year, have you? I mean, you've gone from a year where it was a little bit quiet and had a few things going on to a year where you get married and you're going to fight for a world title in Riyadh on probably one of the biggest cards of the year. It's absolutely superb, the turnaround, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Life's crazy sometimes. It's I was on my arse, a couple of years ago, and inside and outside the ring, and it was it was tough. It was very tough, but I stuck with it. And I could have quit and just gone. Do you know what? I'll take the easy route and just get a job. Just get a job just to pay the bills. Just pay the bills and sit at home and be happy. But no, stuck with it. I was determined, stubborn. Didn't let it beat me. And you never know what's around the corner, and here we are.
We always sit here and talk about the boxer and the fighter and, the fight and where he's come from and the rest of it. But you've got a really close team around you. And somebody that probably should take quite a bit of credit for this is your good lady wife.
Yeah.
Because she's had to put up with you, basically. But I know how close you two are. And it means as much to her as it probably means to you right now.
Yeah, definitely. She looks after me and it's plays a massive part in boxing. Not a lot of people realise. And it was Bobby Rimmer who said it to me years ago when I first started boxing. He always liked his boxers to have a girlfriend at home, so he wasn't to look after you. He wasn't out up to no good, blah blah blah. You know, you've got a missus at home or whatever, and
You're listening, Billy Deniz.
yeah, he needs one, mate, because he's a bloody live wire.
The problem is he's got more than one.
Oh, don't get him in trouble.
No disclaimer there. Disclaimer.
But yeah, she's it's like today. I seen her this morning. They got arrived early hours this morning, and I seen her. She come up to the room, and she walked in the room, and she was literally like, "Ah," she was like terminated. She was like, "My suitcase was on the floor. I've been living out of a suitcase. I'm not hung anything up." She's like, "That, bum bum bum. Everything's in the cupboard. Everything's in the cupboard." She packed my kit bag, gum shield in that pocket, both gum shields in that pocket, shorts and her fight kit, boots, bum bum bum, all done. Just like the room just completely changed. I was like, "Wow, the clean as it's been." So yeah, she's honestly she's amazing, and my mum and dad are here, and you know they look after me, and yeah they do everything for me. So it's a massive part of things what people don't see. It is, and especially after fights as well, going through camp and you're going through this mental. The weird mental stages where you have to battle through things, and after the fight you're all bruised and battered, and sometimes if you've lost a fight like that Parker fight, my face looked like didn't even look like myself, and she's got to put up that, and the fight itself, watch the fight, they're not in control. When I'm in there, I'm in control. My mum and dad or my wife, they're not in control. All they can do is sit there and watch, and it must be so hard because they get the same nerves as you, but I can use those nerves. Do you know what I mean? On the night in the ring, and they all they can do is sit there and watch. So it's tough. It's tough for them.
Listen, you've done your weigh-in. You've got to go to the ceremonial weigh-in later on, and then it's fight night. What's that sort of period going to be like between now and fight night? You just want to get in there.
Yeah, definitely. I've got to distract myself a little bit and not burn too much nervous energy. It's like yesterday me and Joe did a bit of pad work, and he sort of described it as like I was really, really in the zone on the pads, and it was like a bubbling point. He called it like a bubbling point, and I was proper and in tune. And then he was like, I had to stop it. Do you know what I mean? I was there, I was bubbling, but we had to pull away from it, and it was like, right, you're ready. You don't want to sort of, do you know what I mean? Save it for Saturday night. So yeah, just focus, but it's just stay relaxed and not burn too much nervous energy.
You're going to get there tomorrow night, and the Kingdom Stadium, and I don't know if you've been there or not before, but it's a huge place and very, very well laid out. What's it going to be like when you walk up those stairs? Because the ring walk is pretty spectacular. You have to walk all the way through the seats and everything, and it's loud. And I know a lot of people say there's no atmosphere, but there really is. What's it going to be like for you as a person to know that you're walking out to fight for a world title?
Yeah, it'd be amazing. You just got to take it all in, take these things in. I know the main concentration is on the fight, but you got to take all this sort of stuff in. All this week. Like I say, it's memories, and it's all part of it. So yeah, take it all in and have a little look around, and then it's yeah, off we go. And
obviously, Jai Pattaya, like we've said, he's a world class operator. He's a world champion, and it's going to be a stylistic fight that really will excite the boxing fans, I think.
Yeah, definitely, it's going to be a good night of boxing. It's fireworks. I'm telling you, it's. Yeah, a lot of people think he's going to stop me in this and that. It's I'm going to show him that I'm not there to be bullied. He's a bit of a bully fighter, and he likes his own way. But I'm there to stop that, and I'm going to show him.
I like that side of Jack Massey, and I've seen it a little bit, but I think you've been saving it for this one. So Saturday night, I'm really looking forward for you fulfilling your dreams, mate.
Looking forward to it. It's this is what it's all about. It's life-changing stuff.
Listen, I'll leave you to it because I know you really don't want to be sitting here talking to me now the night before a fight, but we really appreciate it. And from us to you, best of luck, whatever you do. Come out safe, and we'll see you Saturday.
You, mate. Appreciate it. Top man.